Oh, God. These two are gonna make me grateful for Kuno.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. Early in the morning and the sun is up. And not a drunk or teenager in sight. I'm surprised. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
But she's got a pet name for us. She turns to face the sea once more.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself.
You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
That's fair. I'm a sorry cop. Sorry you had to wait.
It's no bother. Don't get many excuses to spend time alone. What with my trio of monsters.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna double down that way. I think I spend too much time alone.
Aye, by the looks of you, you do. Well, we're here now.
She nods to you. Playful glint in her eyes.
As she turns to face the sun, reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you cannot help following her steady gaze.
I'm not going to keep quiet about my sordid past. It's an interesting conversation. You know, a past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. I wonder why that is.
The common Revacholian expression means drinking yourself to death.
Oh. That's one of the options, so I'll just say that.
Oh, indeed.
Now I have to say this. Great. Found a corpse recently. He'd had a Tequila Sunset moment.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
Harry is my name. I don't need any others.
Well then, Harry.
She smiles and turns toward the sunlit sea.
The sun reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay is mesmerizing. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds.
Fair. Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
Well, we'll now just enjoy the view.
The salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are. for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
There is another playthrough where I will intentionally fuck this moment up by choosing one of these other options, but I'm just gonna go with something smooth. Like, the way I've been playing this character, he doesn't have a lot of charm points, as the Japanese might say. So let's say that for all his faults, when he's in the moment, he's reasonably smooth. Well, something's got to be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
You would be incinerated, or worse.
Thanks, Pain Threshold. So romantic.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to the cool.
Yeah, given how bad our conceptualization is, it's probably a good idea. Yeah, maybe that's not... Let's not turn this date into a fucking interrogation. There's an interesting lilt in your voice.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the sunlit coast across the water.
Don't you want to go visit La Delta?
It's enough that my fish goes there. 50 real a piece they ask for spring cod.
50 real a piece.
Out on the terrace of La Fru de Fond, a hip business lunch spot in downtown La Delta, glasses clink over a spread of oysters. Someone can't decide what to eat. Someone recommends a ceviche. Someone shields her eyes, trying to see across the bay.
Rich people. You have, fish hooks in your ears.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me. I kept them.
Hey, I know that guy.
She's right. They're made mostly of plastic. A cheap novelty gift you can buy from a flower shop or a kiosk.
Cute.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the sunlit coast across the water.
I want to delay saying this as much as possible because, I'm gonna fuck it up, but... So, who do you think killed the hanged man?
Good one. I'm gonna go with the rope.
Shit! I made it worse. You know what? Sometimes failure's fun, isn't it?
Say what? Something interesting? Impossible.
Please! This is important!
She turns her head, and the plastic fishhooks rattle in her ears. Nothing shear-worthy takes place in your head.
I've had dates like this.
Relax. This was still good.
That something was very pretty. I'm sorry I don't have anything to add.
Thank you. Out there on the other planet, the sea, you start seeing things in a strange light. I'm glad I got to share it. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She takes the sword out of the scabbard. The blade reflects the sunlight. A dark orange. Am I gonna get stabbed?
Have this. The sun's good, but doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
You sure you don't need the sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we can do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
I mean, that's fair. Well, thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
She nods to you and turns to go. That was really nice. Equip this to impress yourself. Oh wow. That entire date I was holding a bottle of speed in my hand. Ah. The blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years and won't slice or stab anyone. It still commands respect in your hand, however. Holding on to its bakelite hilt fills you with a sense of purpose and a memory of the date. I wonder what impressing myself means. Well, I guess now we'll go back to... At least you didn't have to, like, kill that much time. I just had to be there before dark. I got it. Well, let's go back to, Fisherman Shacks. We'll fast travel from the church. And we'll see if we can ask her for her boat. And we'll make our way to this new island.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tide just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
What's on that island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
If, you haven't been there, who has?
My husband used to drink there.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. Hundreds, maybe thousands even. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do. On barges. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which
The
kids?
twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Is there anything else I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
That's very good to know.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Can I borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
What if I want to rock?
See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100% rock-free skiff. You got that?
Thank you. I'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Alright. That's cool. We can use the skiff now. Just bought that net. Well, let's go talk to your twins and see if we can get... It's surprising for these idiots to be useful.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids. You've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. No, some other island. Of course, that one. I don't think they'll respond well to that. Yes. That one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
What then?
There are lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Someone lives on the island?
No.
Boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then you. Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Okay. Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell which one now. You don't know. Great. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Jesus.
Don't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Just not gonna say anything.
I'm sorry.
One says to the other, rubbing the brother's shoulder affectionately. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Oh, God. These two are going to make me grateful for Kuno. All right, bye, kids. Take care. How close am I to leveling up? Not very. Me. Okay. To the skiff. I wonder what this will be like. Do I actually have to pilot it?
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number. A72.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
I think this is the game warning me that once we go to the island, that's it.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
First, tie your porter reel boombox to the breast hook to keep you company.
There. This is now a rock and roll skiff.
What did I just do? Why did I do that?
Why? Because rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Sad rock and roll. Tune it to Sad FM.
Alright, I'm not ready yet. I want to try to finish up the church stuff before I do that. So I'm going to go to the church, and I'm going to hope I can get some amount of XP from cranking up our visual calculus and doing that check on the window. Maybe doing some other checks. Let's see what other checks we have to do, actually. Or at least are available to us. Okay, she's gone, so we can't do that. Can't really do that. We could still do this. Can't really do that one. This we can do. We can at least attempt. If we can get enough XP, we can attempt this one again. All these blue checks that we blew. I suppose we could try once we up our intellect, we can try that one too with Andre. The damage ledger is no more, right? Because we transformed it, so we can't do that. We can try looking at the ledger and see. Same thing with the mirror. Yeah, I think that's gone too. Okay. Alright. Let's we can do the salmon and butter. Maybe the rhetoric. Probably have enough clothes to make a difference. Those two things. Hate that I have to scroll to get to the bottom. We might even be able to do the interfacing on the map wall. I mean, what the fuck, right? She's closing anyway. And then the visual calculus. Maybe even the interfacing with the cockatoo book? Yeah? And then we can try reading the books to see if we get any XP that way. It's an idea anyway. So let's fast travel back to the Martinez waterfront real quick. Yeah, okay, let's make sure we can find the salmon and butter thing, because I think I remember trying to find it before. I think it's over here.
The speakers below.
Nope, it's not there. Is it actually talking to him?
Wow!
We actually haven't talked to Ceiling since we got shot. Well, what?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is?
Is it cool?
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I'll leave you to it for now. Yeah.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
We don't need the extra electrochemistry. I don't know where the Samarin butter is.
Coming back. That's good, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded. The box smells like cat piss, or like an old person with no money.
Well, I'm glad we've established that those smell the same.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand. Buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Nope, nothing there. Now let's go talk to Roy. I just realized we haven't talked to him. We happen to be standing right here.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics.
You calling this politics?
In its purest form. Now, what can I do for you?
I think I might actually have some things to sell.
Let me have a look.
I have some armor.
Alright, let's see it.
Just look at this awesome cuirass.
Oh no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys.
Okay.
Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
That's more fair.
It feels like he would have accepted the risk if he hoped to profit from it.
Yeah.
It's not greed, though. Deep down, he's a gambler, provided the stakes are sufficiently interesting.
Let's check my
Anything
pockets.
else you're thinking of selling?
Yeah, we can sell that and that. Oops. I did it again.
Another
think that's
time,
it.
perhaps.
I have other business to take care of now. Don't know why that lit up. Why did this light up? Right. Okay, I'm sorry, let me double check this again. I need to... Of course, you're all the way down at the bottom when I want it to be up at the top. Of course. Alright. Samarin butter just says is near this wings? That's the mirror. This is the shack. Okay. Ceiling is there. Samarin butter's farther south. Alright. But before we go there, we're gonna go try to interface our way with the map wall in the bookstore. I have all the drugs I need to get it done.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I can take one of these, I forget which.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. To the east, rolling hillsides. Huron, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Let's look at the map of Insulinda.
This large map displays archipelagos.
What
Ozon,
else?
Laurentide, Fas Alamir, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Was that check about stealing the map that I bought? Probably.
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark.
The
ocean
edges?
breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness, connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Interesting. Now I have a better idea what pale nothingness means.
850 million people live on these tiny dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce, torn apart by history.
Okay, yeah, so that check is a white check that I can't perform anymore because I bought the thing that I could have stolen. Well, so much for that.